Welcome back to the studio, I'm Laura. Today I'll be replacing these brushes with some new fresh ones. These are the brushes that I started painting with over 2 years ago now when I started with acrylics, and they have served me well, so I just basically repurchased the same brushes. Once I'm done with these, then I'll show you how I packaged the painting from my last video for shipping. Now there are a couple of things going on in my life right now that, kind of affect my art and just my creative output, so I did want to share those as well. I definitely don't talk a lot about my personal life in my videos, but in the coming year, there are definitely things that I want to open up about and, just be more personable with you. I have a lot of changes that I want to be making in the coming year to my content and my business in general because, since I've already mentioned, I will be moving to Alberta from British Columbia. That will give me a new space and hopefully more space to film. Like I said in my last video, I would really like to start putting out 2 videos a month instead of 1, so you have that to look forward to. In addition to improving the quality of my videos, I do also want to expand the genres of videos that I'm making. I absolutely love watching artist vlogs, so that is something I would love to make for you as well. And eventually when I'm booking live wedding paintings, then hopefully I can make vlogs of going to do those as well. That would be really fun to make. Since I'm not doing any markets right now, and probably won't do that many next year, I decided to get a part-time job for the remaining probably 6 months that I'll be here. So I got my first waitressing job. I've had a couple other jobs before, and waitressing is a little bit different than all of them, so I'm really excited to master waitressing, and then when I move, then if I need another job, then I'll have that experience as well. Now you just saw me varnish this painting from my last video, and then I got its paperwork already, because I have a certificate of authenticity for my commissions, and then, so I got that taped on there so it doesn't fall out. And then next I wrapped the whole painting in this acid-free paper. I like to do this because it prevents any of the saran wrap from sticking to the painting later. Now you may have noticed that I have a small painting there of a rabbit, and that is actually my rabbit named Frankie. A few weeks ago, I noticed a small bump in his chin, and I took him to the vet, and it turns out that he has an incurable dental abscess, and I will have to put him down, so that really sucks. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't had very many new paintings recently, because I'm just kind of all over the place. Luckily for me, I do have a few extra videos that I've already been editing, so you will still be getting content regularly, and then in the next month I'll start having newer paintings to post as well. It's definitely been difficult because for 10 years now I've had my very own pets that I've taken care of, and then when Frankie passes, then that'll be the first time in 10 years where I haven't had my own pet. When I move, I do want to get another pet, although it won't be a rabbit because Frankie was the perfect rabbit for me, and I just feel like I would be disappointed if I got another one. Frankie is just so friendly, and he didn't chew on my furniture or anything, he's really good, so you can't really replace that. This is the first time in my years of pet ownership where something like this has happened, where there's a problem and you can't fix it, so yeah, it's been a new experience that I was hoping to never have, but knew would eventually, so. In terms of what pets I would like to get in the future, I'm definitely a cat person through and through. I've always had cats in my life, and I love cats so much. That's not to say that I don't like dogs. I do like dogs, but I wouldn't own one myself. So I'll definitely get cats in the future, but probably not right away. Maybe when I have my own place, then I would get a cat. I actually know a lady who has a gallery cat, and people just love her gallery cat. So I would definitely consider getting a cat that could hang out in my gallery, or maybe 2. I also love ferrets, but ferrets have a complicated diet, so I don't know that I would get any ferrets myself because they are carnivorous, and then a lot of people feed them raw, which is very challenging to organize. I would also really like to get birds again someday. I used to have 2 budgies, and I tried so hard to tame them, and I could never tame them, and then eventually when I moved to BC, I rehomed them, and that was really sad because I would have loved to keep them, but I could not manage because they were not tamed and they would have been really frightened to move somewhere. So that just did not work out for me. But I would love to get a bigger bird like a green-cheeked conure or a cockatiel. Ideally adopt one that would already be tamed, so then it could have a better relationship with me. Hopefully it doesn't seem too weird that I'm already talking about what pets I want in the future, but I feel like I'm one of those people who needs animals. Like, I need to have pets that I can take care of and nurture, if you will. That's just kind of my personality, and that's the way that I've grown up and that I've really lived my whole life, taking care of pets. So I think it's important for me to plan ahead and know what kind of pets that I would like in the future. And there you have it, some personal information about me and my thoughts about pets and also what I'm going through with Frankie. So hopefully that helps you understand me as a person a little bit more. And like I said, I want to talk more about things like that in the future, just things that I've been thinking about that are slightly less art related. This will always be an art channel, but I do think there are some things that are worth sharing and that can also help explain where I'm coming from when it comes to my artistic journey. Something I have always struggled with my editing is I'm not quite sure how long of pauses I should have between topics and between paragraphs. Please comment below and let me know if you think I'm talking too much or not enough, or if I need longer pauses, because I definitely want to continue improving my video quality. And there's a lot of areas that go into video quality beyond just the visual appearance. So let me know if you think I could make changes to the way that I edit my videos, and I'll try to make that happen and make better quality videos in the coming years. I have plans to be in a couple more exhibitions before I move, but at this point I'm not going to be looking for any new ones to participate in. I have some work on display in the Lumbee Vet Clinic right now, so those will be there until March, I believe. And then I'm also the featured artist for the Enderby Courtyard Gallery in January. Basically for that, I get a section in the middle of the gallery to have a display, so that's really exciting. Then in February, the Enderby Courtyard Gallery is having their usual open exhibition, and I'll be displaying a piece with them for that exhibition as well. The February exhibition that I'm doing is actually the same one that I started with a year ago in the Enderby Courtyard Gallery. And that was the first exhibition I did, and now a year later, it'll be somewhere around my 15th, I think. I have to check that, but I've done over a dozen exhibitions within 1 year, and that's just crazy to me because I didn't really want to do exhibitions when I started. I just kind of saw the opportunity, and I was like, why not? In hindsight, I am so glad that I started doing them because in the process of doing all these exhibitions, not only has it greatly improved my art resume, because before I had hardly done anything at all, so now I have all these exhibitions on my art resume, and I've met so many people, like so many amazing people and artists who have been very helpful, and it's also helped me get my name out there and get my work seen. So Lumbee is, for those who don't know, Lumbee is about 45 minutes away from where I live, and people from Lumbee will see my work there, and then when they come and they see me in Armstrong, they will be like, oh, I've seen this work before, you're this artist, and it's so cool. I've even had a couple people recognize me by name, just because my art was in whatever exhibition. I thought it would take a few more years than this to get recognized as an artist for the first time, but who knew that all I had to do was put myself out there and start meeting people to become a part of the community. I've also learned that I will definitely be looking for exhibitions to participate in once I move, because that has been a great way to become part of the community, and I can do that as well in Alberta. Now, I was just packaging up this painting, and personally, I love packaging things. I don't know. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. So I took my sweet time packaging it up and using lots of layers to protect it from any punctures or damage or anything, and it did arrive safely, so that is a plus. Someday when I'm shipping out hundreds and hundreds of paintings, I will definitely get nicer looking boxes. But this box is actually the one that the canvas came in the mail, so it was already the perfect size, and I also just had to weigh it so that I could get my FedEx label. Thank you so much for watching this video, I really appreciate it, and make sure to subscribe because that helps me out as well, and I will see you in hopefully a couple weeks with another video. And until next time, happy painting.